Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, John, and Merry Christmas to Neltah.
Merry Christmas, Melody. Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Those that celebrate Christmas. If you don't, that's fine. You're all welcome here. We're just going to have a party. We're going to talk. There's going to be a lot of laughter. We're not going to be teaching anything, or maybe it might just drop in, but that's not the plan. The plan is not to teach at all today. The plan is just to be together and share some stuff, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Nothing
So
serious.
I'm nothing serious because it's the end of the year. We're all tired. We just want to, hang and have fun. So I
Just
have a
hanging
question.
out here
What is
with.
your best? Oh,
Mhm.
Mm.
I can't see any
Go ahead,
comments.
Melody.
Can
Go
you see
ahead.
any comments? I can't see any comments, so maybe there aren't any. Yeah, the first thing is, what are your Christmas traditions
Uh,
in Kenya?
this comment.
Wow.
Olga says, "Hi, John. She's missing. She missed you.
Olga, I miss you too. It's been a while. I'm here, Olga. And it's a great. Nelta has just asked a very broad question of Melody. Sorry, not Nelta. Oh my goodness. You guys going to forgive me for this. I'm always mixing up your
No, we are
names.
not.
But anyway, you know what? That is a very broad
Christmas.
question. When you ask, like, how is Christmas tradition in Kenya?
Mm.
It is hard to explain because there is almost 43 different tribes that celebrate Christmas in their different ways. Even though, the culture is like everybody wants to rush to the village, back to the village, celebrate with their families, to stay with their families. Like today, somebody was sharing a video. The highway leading from Nairobi, the capital city, back to the village, the main highway that connects Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania to South Africa, was like totally closed. The traffic is
Ooh,
more than
wow.
something like 50 kilometers of a traffic jam. So you wonder when maybe you'll reach home when Christmas is done already.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so guys, go back to the village, but there are so many things we're gonna share here as the time goes by, and particularly I'll share what experience it has been for myself being growing up, in Kenya, having those Christmas parties, preparations, what we do, how do we plan for it, what do you do, how do you set yourself, what do we expect from our parents, and what do we do to our parents to get them give us those things that we expect from them. There's so many things we're going to talk about, Melody.
Yeah. So I will start with myself. I don't know how things are in Zimbabwe now because I haven't lived in Zimbabwe for over 22 years. So I'm not so sure how people are doing Christmas. But like you said, most people go to the village or they go home to their parents and they they kill a goat or maybe a cow. And
Mm.
Namukula. Hi, how are you, Nana? We are so happy you're here with us. And so we would, maybe a goat or a cow would die, and then you eat it. Chickens, lots of chickens. And because it's hot as well, we are not sitting around at a table like they do in Europe, and eating lots and lots and lots of food. It's more seeing people. It's more visiting with family and seeing people you haven't seen probably for the whole year, if not more than a whole year. and Valentine Basu. Thank you very much for joining us. I might be mispronouncing your name. Forgive me. I don't speak your language probably, but you're welcome still. And in my home, in our home, because I loved to bake, there was always cake. We always baked cakes. We always enjoyed cakes. And I know, it wasn't the norm in other homes, but we would also give our neighbors cakes as presents during Christmas. And when we were younger, we used to get new dresses and new clothes and all that stuff. But after I became a teenager, it stopped being a thing because I really didn't care anymore. And yeah, so
Yeah,
I
like
think that's
Christmas was the
basically it.
time to put on the most laid back stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to be cool. So people are all heading home to the village, and I hope they get there safely. And know that while you are rushing to get there, once you get there, be with people, be present, talk to them, get to know them again, get to laugh with them again, share a drink or something or water, but spend time with them. Don't just rush there so that you can look, cool, and you're standoffish and you ignore everybody thinking that you're all that. And Felista Skalundu is here. Hello, my sister Felista. So glad you managed to join us.
Mm-hmm. And
So
somebody is
John.
speaking Swahili. I know maybe you will not understand what Nana is saying. Nana is saying, John, mimi sikuoni vizuri hiyo kofia. Nana is saying that I should remove this so that she can confirm that it's me.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Wow.
so melody, that's a brief explanation of how it used to happen to you 22 years ago in Zimbabwe, which is basically what also happens back in Kenya, because we slaughter cows, we slaughter goats, we slaughter chicken, but before that, I just wanted to talk about, it's just a good time that we are sharing here and getting to know how the culture and preparation of Christmas happens in different parts of the world. So I told you guys that, we're going to talk about stories of what we expected as children or kids from our parents, or what our parents expected from us. You see, when I was growing up, Christmas was just like it is said. It is a Christmas day. Christmas doesn't come twice a year because it's always a special
No.
day. Um, when I'm in Bahrain, you always eat chicken because chicken is like the staple food here. Chicken and rice every single day. You go to a supermarket, the cheapest thing or the fastest thing you can get is chicken. But when I go back home in Kenya, chicken becomes a prestigious food. For me to eat chicken, maybe we used to say that, oh, it's Christmas today at home. Then you're like, why?
Mm.
Mom decided to slaughter a chicken. Mom decided to cook chapati. Mom decided to cook, those kind of things. So what used to happen is we really expected that our parents are going to buy us Christmas clothes. We wanted to have that chicken. We could, by the time December approaches, we could be asking mom that, mom, which chicken are we going to slaughter? And, in my family particularly, everybody had their own chicken. So we could be asking mom, whose chicken are they going to slaughter? John's, Helen's, Joshua's, or Wilson's, or yours, or dad's.
Yeah,
So guys,
yeah.
so people will start to compete. So sometimes we had to settle for somebody's chicken because maybe they did a mistake, or maybe they did something good, or they decided to just give it out and say that this Christmas I'm gonna offer the chicken for the family. So those were the things that were there, part of it. And then now the biggest part of Christmas was, what shoes are we gonna wear and what clothes are we gonna wear? And I know how it is back in the village, even as I speak today. People are not that rich. We came from a middle class family. So as what we used to do before even our parents would tell us that, you know what, your new shoes is here, your new clothes are here, we used to cut down trees and burn charcoal. I'm telling you, in my village, um, let me say from December 10th until December 22nd or 24th, 23rd, trees, if at all trees got ears and got mouth, they would be crying and, shouting too much because young guys are cutting down trees and burning charcoal just to get some money to buy shoes, buy clothes, some money to entice their girlfriends on the Christmas day. You want to buy some Fanta, Coca Cola, Fanta Passion,
Oh,
Blackcurrant. These things used to happen. So I remember my cousins and I, we could go to the forest and cut down trees and, come back home, put it together, burn charcoal, and then sell this charcoal to some of our aunties or close friends. Then we get money. So we will keep this money. And, my mom never wanted it. And it was advantage to me. My mom never used to stay at home, so we will do it. But if at all something happened and somebody hinted at her that, you know what, I saw John and so burning charcoal. Oh my goodness. It used to be a terrible experience. Mom would beat me up. Mom would,
Oh,
keep me aside. I'm not going to buy you shoes. I'm not going to buy you clothes. But she had already bought. She will keep it until maybe on 24th night. Because she just want to give you that tension, like, you're not gonna get it. Why are you burning charcoal? Why are you doing that? But that is particularly what happens there. Like right now, if you go to my village, kids are really
and
struggling.
it's very interesting.
So, some of them are even selling these avocados, banana, they cut trees and dry it and they sell it dry because we're coming from not even a middle class families. Some of the families are very poor. So
it's
for you to get
very
money,
very low income
yeah,
families.
very low income.
But
Yep,
very
yep, exactly.
enterprising, very enterprising as well, because they're trying
Mm,
to earn something to help, because in Europe now, young people are getting jobs in pubs, in shops, in supermarkets, because
mm,
it's such a busy period. Everybody gets to be able to earn a little bit of cash, so again they can buy themselves
mm,
something that they want, or
mm.
they can buy
Service
presents for their
for it.
girlfriends and impress, yeah, impress their
Yeah, to
That's also
girlfriends.
very
impress.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Olga is saying ko Melody na Neltah tiudze ka Christmas yekudya mpunga nehuku.
Oh, oh, guys
For
saying
Mel-
that's Shona, and that's Olga speaking in Shona as well, just trying to confuse people. Initially, when Christmas started, yeah, there used to be, Christmas meant you had chicken and rice. That's when you knew it was Christmas, like you said. And
Mm,
also, the people used to buy dozens of bread, because they'll be going to the village. In the village, some people
there'll
wouldn't
be
eat bread at
there'll be
all.
large amount of tea drunk as well.
Yeah, there will be a lot of people, but they also most of them sometimes are so poor they can't afford to buy bread. And they used to get bread at Christmas coming from town. So people would buy dozens of bread instead of just
mm,
one loaf or two loaves, to go and share with everybody. And it's at Christmas. Oh, and tea. People would have tea with bread and butter on Christmas as well, because that was the time to do it. Time to celebrate and
And
share with
sun
everybody.
jam.
And Sun Gem.
And jam.
and parties,
Oh,
we used to party. We used to go for disco dance. We used to go for these live bands. Oh my goodness, Christmas during our time. I don't know how it
mm.
is now. Almost 3 years I've not celebrated Christmas back at home. I don't know how it feels, but during our time when we were growing up, Christmas was just something else. People would party, and that was the time that everyone was generous. You could eat
Oh yeah.
from every 50 meters you walk.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
home was so
Every home
generous.
you walked, every home you went in, you go into, you offered food, and it's
Food, yeah.
like when it's like your shops, all the shops will be playing music, the speakers are outside, and the dancing, and you're talking about buying your girlfriend Fanta, and there's music, and there's dancing, and there's just this euphoric atmosphere. And you made your Fanta last you for a little while. If you can't afford more than one bottle, I'm going
In
through it.
fact, in fact,
Yeah.
just to be a little naughty, that was the time, that was the only day, on a Christmas day was always the kismet for we boys at those during those times, because you have saved money, you have saved your time, you got new clothes, and you're so confident. So that lady that has been, taking you up the hill for the last 11 months, that is always the day to hit her, and she will automatically come into your box because you're so confident. You've got money to buy her Fanta,
Yeah.
you're dressed smart, and
Mm.
it was just a very special day.
And you
Wow.
can
Wow.
dance. You've got that counts for something.
Yeah, dancing would definitely count for something. So let's move
Hmm.
on to something else. What is your best
Hmm.
memory for this year? We start with you, John.
Best memory for this year,
Yeah.
I think,
Hold on, hold
what
on.
I can.
Before you say that, please, people in the comments, can you say something as well about your best moments? This shouldn't be a one-sided conversation. You should tell us what your traditions are as well, and also your best memory for this year. Sorry, John, to cut you off. Now you can go ahead.
No problem, Melody. No problem. Um, so I guess, let me try to figure out which was the best moment for me this year. Mm, because I have had most of the great moments and bad moments, but I think the best moment I've ever had for this year is just the turning points of everything from, you know 2019, part of it. 2020 was a little bit tough for us, and then 2021, the best moment came because after losing too much, at least we woke up and we started having some great things. Business came back to normal. We woke up, governments opened, businesses opened, like return things into their normalcy. So the day that that was announced, because we were so indoor, we were so confused, we didn't know whether, this COVID would allow us to come outside again to start cheering up and having great time with friends. But at long last, back in May, if I'm not wrong, the month of May, business was back to normal, everything was opened, and we could have family gathering, friends meeting together. And I can just say that was one of the best moments that I had. But now, lastly, Melody, when I come particularly to myself, my best moment has been a day I had a talk with one of the very few people that I coach and I talked to, and was 90% suicidal, and was, just kind of almost doing it. And by good luck, I was doing a live on TikTok, and the mom saw my live conversation, and the mom sent me a DM on Instagram that I wanted you to talk to my daughter. And we fixed a date that night. I had to sleep late just to have a chat with the mom and the girl. And after a vigorous talk, it was tough. It wasn't easy. It was tough. But after like 45 minutes, I could see a smile in her face. And as we speak, we talk
Oh,
and we smile, and she's back to her normal senses. So that is, I think, 2021 became so successful to me when it happened. And we are family today with the mother, the girl, the boyfriend, the dad and an uncle. So that is just my best moment.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's really, yeah, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. I am, and I'm glad it's also not a which, and I'm not judging, but it's also a best memory because it wasn't just about you, it was you
Mm,
helping someone else, which is always like the
mm,
best thing ever. So well
mm,
done, and congratulations that, because I know this year has been really tough for a lot of people, and
mm,
and like Olga is saying right now, my best memory for 2021 was when my mom beat COVID. And I remember when we confirmed that she had COVID in January, that it was one of the most scary things. Actually, it wasn't even the diagnosis. It was when she couldn't get out of bed, because my mom is not the type of person, or our mom is not the type of woman who fails to get out of bed. That's when we
mm,
knew things were really, really bad.
Mm.
And the confirmation just made it worse. But when she was okay in 2 weeks, we thanked God, and we were very grateful for having her, and for having her healthy, actually, which is, the
mhm,
most important
And for
thing.
Olga,
Uh, and for Olga, because Olga was the one who nested back to health. She was diligent, and she was tough, and she was, did what needed to be done.
yeah,
And
you have to look
Nelta, what's
after
your
your
best
own body.
memory for 2021?
Well, I, I guess Olga beat me to that one. Um, 2021. Wow, I've had quite a number of them. I suppose I could categorize them in that for work, I initially I was fine, and then the second lockdown took the wind out of me. So being able to go back and amazing, and then having my script accepted by the National Theatre of Ireland, like drama theatre, being picked to be one of their people to be mentored to write stage scripts was just up there.
and you
So
never
I'm
shared with
excited
me
about
to celebrate with you, Nelta. Oh,
that. Yeah, yeah, and then being was in a play that I was in for solo sirens, so that was great. Like remembering one of Zimbabwe's powerful heroes, female heroes, whose name, who like a lot of women are being written out of history. So she's one that can be ignored. I think her role in the liberation of Zimbabwe is one that has like stayed and staged and all that. So it was great being able to tell part of her story. So that that was quite something for me. And
mhm,
also being involved in an art project for the studio where I work, where the artists have talking to them and hearing them even talking about the fact that while the rest of us are complaining that we have lost so much in COVID, blah blah blah, they were saying, well, we already had very little, now we've lost everything, but we are still
mhm,
here. That was the theme of the thing. We're still here, and we will not allow to be ignored, and we have dreams and passions, and I know one of the artists, he wanted, his dream was to be, if everything was equal, to be an astronaut. So he was saying
mhm,
that he hopes that with his art he can show that just because you have a mental disability doesn't mean you are not capable of anything. And the little things, when people share their personal stuff with them, and also for me to learn from these guys that I actually have to own when I want something, when I don't want something, and just say it and not feel bad about being myself and expressing myself. And my other big, big, big moment, wow, for 2019 was the fact that
2021. Why are you 2019?
I don't know. 2021. I went back years. That's why I still am 2021. I didn't get to 2020. So 2021 was yeah, meeting these amazing creative people and being part of your show, guys, because it was the two of you and then I joined in, and it's been fun. And also having one artist that I taught my, because I do fluid art, and he sold his painting for 4K, and I was like, whoa, I did something good for somebody, and that was awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. Nana is laughing at you for saying
Wow.
2019. And for her, she says my best memory for 2021 is how I have been able to stand on my own, doing everything on my own without those who thought I won't stand. I won't make it without them. I give God all the glory and honor. I've seen the hand of God. I've seen God fight my battles. Well done, Nana. Congratulations. We are so happy for
I
you.
love
And
that.
owning
And
that as well, and owning that
and
you did
owning
it.
that, exactly. And we want you to keep standing firm and going ahead and doing amazing things. For me, 2021 has been up and down. Down because the second wave of COVID really, like, it just took all the energy out of me. But
Hmm.
best moments, spending time with you, John, every other Saturday is always amazing. It always helps me to see things differently, to grow. So great. I look forward to it, and it's always great. And another best moment, we had a family meeting. We started doing family meetings last year, but we had a family meeting where we were telling each other things we don't like about the other person. Like, everybody with so there's five of us, myself and my and all the siblings, and then the kids were there as well. And everyone was literally saying to whoever that, when you do this, I don't like it. When we do this, initially when we started doing it, I was afraid it was going to turn really, because we are very strong minded people in my family. I thought it
Mm.
was going to turn into a big fight, but it was the most bonding, most amazing experience ever, because we went there with love, and we all received whatever we were being told with love, and it helped us to look at ourselves differently and the way we speak to each other differently. And it was really awesome, that I would suggest everyone should do it. Like, you should take the time, but
Mm.
again, do it with love. Receive. If a person is telling you the way you speak to me or what you say to me, whatever, is not something I enjoy, or I don't like it, receive that with love, and it will transform the way you connect with somebody. That was for me the best, the best moment. And other best moment, career wise, I was asked to go and speak at a conference for the first time ever, and I wasn't even looking. Like, somebody approached me, and that was really great. And I went and I spoke, and it was an amazing, amazing experience, because I got a standing ovation and everybody loved it. And I think those are my best moments. And the others, even though they've started, I don't want to talk about them much. We'll be talking about them more next year, because I hope, but I've met such amazing people this year. I didn't expect it. I've made such amazing friendships and collaborations. I again didn't expect that, and all those things made my year even much more than I wasn't even seeing it coming, because it's not like I was planning and doing and networking, because I wasn't doing that. But it just came, and yeah, it's awesome. So thank you. So the next question is, what made you feel loved?
What made me
And
feel
I know
loved?
I ask the most weird questions. Yeah, one thing that made you feel loved, or two, what made you feel loved?
Uh,
Wow.
it's the little things, like Me texting home, sending a text home coming from it because I can't eat first thing in the morning, and I have to. I like, and then when I'm coming home to text, I'm on the bus coming home and getting home and find my breakfast lunch is warmed up because I eat my oat porridge at lunchtime because well that's how I roll. Ready to go. I just all I have to do is put everything in a bowl, sit down and eat. That's been amazing to be honest. Just having people say, just send a text to say you're on your way home and get home and you find, hey, I don't have to keep starving.
Mhm. Yeah. I yeah, that's awesome, John.
I think for me this year, what made me feel loved, there's so many things, Melody. But the biggest one that I think made me feel loved is how much my family was in touch with me, specifically my sister, younger sister, and my grandma. And
Mm.
for the first time ever, um, I was in a situation where I had my grandma each and every time, every now and then, questioning my younger sister or my, how is he? Did he talk to you? Is he okay? Every day I would get a message from my sister. John Shosh is asking me, we call Granny Shosh. Shosh is asking me, Shosh is on my neck. I can't even sleep. When I wake up, the first thing, did you call John? She was that much worried, and like like COVID started in China, and then people were dying in India, and somebody, I don't know who, told my grandmom that China and India are in Asia and are so close to where I stay. So she was not at peace.
Mm.
She wasn't sleeping. When
Oh.
I talked to her, first time I talked to my granny on a video call, and I saw worries on her face. Like I was telling her, Granny, I'm okay. Everything is fine. I'm going to work. But when you look at an adult, and especially your parent, and they are not, like, they don't believe you what you're saying, you can see it. So she
Mm.
wasn't believing me. She was just like, maybe this guy is just trying to make me feel like he's okay, but he's not. So I felt loved. I felt like, oh, so these guys care this much. And for the first time, also, my elder brother, who is always very introvert and doesn't have time on social media, and also even the WhatsApp, was so much, asking me, sending messages every day or even after 2 days. How you guy? Are you good? Until I got vaccinated, second vaccination, I got a booster, third one. So today, I just feel like, yeah, I have a family. Sometimes
Yeah.
guys could be staying for even months or even years without checking on you unless you
Mm.
check on them. So I
Yeah.
felt loved by that. Number two, that also made me feel loved so much, is the number of um, friends I've created online and offline. And it has been a big year for me, especially the last 6 months of 2021. It's been great, it's been big. I've made a lot of friends on social media and outside it. And I've helped a lot of people as well. And every time I get a message of, hey, God bless you, hey, thank you so much, it worked, I feel so much happiness in my heart. It's just that what my passion is always about, is just to see somebody smiling. That's why my motto is always about keep smiling. Sometimes, I smile with people, we smile, we talk, we laugh. But then when I sit down with somebody who's so closer to me and I tell them the burden that is in me, he's like, are you for real? I tell them, yeah, why are you asking me if I'm for real? He's like, but you don't look. And then I tell her that, you know what, you should not look your problems. Try to
No.
look, yeah, don't make people see problems through your face. Just look you, look the rich you. If you want to, if you want the best word, Every time you want help, be the best you, look the good you. You know, it is easier for somebody to loan you money when you're looking good than when you're looking desperate.
Yeah.
If you're looking desperate and you're asking somebody for a loan, even you go to a bank and you have absolutely nothing, the bank feels like, oh, this guy cannot prepay us. You have
Because
so
there's no hope in them. There's
There's
no
no
there's
hope.
hope.
no hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we should always remain hopeful. We should always keep smiling, even when things are tough. Try to get something, one thing that will keep you smiling. At
Mm.
times, for me, when there's nothing to hold on, like people say that, um, every branch is slippery. I don't look at here. I look at the past. What good thing did I have yesterday or the day before yesterday? Then it calms me down.
Mm.
And Melody, you guys being here, even doing some lives when I'm not there, and just doing it alone, the two of you, has really made me know that I'm loved. We
Oh.
started this conversation here as a joke, and I've been so busy in the past, like 1 or 2 months, because we are back full swing into business. There's a lot of things, and I'm overworking, working sometimes until late. But
Mm.
even when I'm not there, you guys are pushing these live conversations. That shows a very big heart, and it shows that I'm loved.
Mm.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Likewise, and Olga says, what made me feel loved was my mom and my son making my bed for me because I'd left for work in a hurry to make it myself. And she loves my family calling and texting every time. Above all, the family support. We have a very strong family support system, and we thank God for that. Uh, and her worst moment is Roland died. Roland is the father of her kids. A part of me died with him. May his soul rest in peace. And yeah, these things happen, and they were not together anymore. But still, when you care about someone, you care about someone,
Mm.
and that was really
Mm,
tough for all of us to deal with. And the
mm.
last question we have is, how did you show love? And because just being loved, receiving is great, giving is even better. So how did you show love? Very quickly, let's not go into detailed essays here.
Ah, how did I show love?
Mm.
Wow, that's a okay. How did I show love? Showed
Because
love
I
on us.
believe being loving is intentional. It's something you should
Mm-hmm.
do. It shouldn't be coincidence. It shouldn't just be like, oh, it should be
Mm.
intentional. You should do it for a purpose, with a purpose. So if you want, I can start.
Go ahead.
Okay, for me,
Go
I'll
ahead,
start
Nelda.
since I started speaking.
Mm.
Uh, one of the ways I've showed love was staying away, walking away from a potentially brewing toxic head and down, and they just wanted to get into a fight. And I just say, okay, this is not productive for me. It's not solving anything. So I'll just say okay to whatever they're saying and walk away and not engage. And the other one was yeah, making making dinners that I knew my family would enjoy, and I think they felt that because of wow, this you did. And of course, I'm known for making amazing cups of tea, so I take the time to do that. At least every Sunday when we have brunch, I take the time to make sure I do that job with all the love. I don't know how to anyway, this is what it is.
Mm. And John?
Um, Basically, just to be quick about it, I've tried to show love in so many ways by, working as an employee to my boss and my company. That is, the service I provide there, it's because of love. And when you are following me on all my social media platform, it is all about love. It's all about kindness. It's all about motivating people. It's all about you know, inspiring these people. And just yesterday, when I was trying to look at my statistics, Melody, I was surprised to have touched more than 15 million people in the last
Whoa,
6 months. So
that's awesome.
you can imagine, like, it shows how love has been spreading. So I was shocked. I didn't know. I just like, let me go and see the statistics. And when I looked at it, I realized that within 6 months, 15 million people's hearts and life has been touched. One of them being Nana, who is watching here. She's one of those people that I've been coaching and has really changed her life. You know, the way I met her and today is so different. She's grown and become somebody else. She was so fearful of a lot of things, but now she's so courageous, and that's what you can see there. So that's how I've shown love, Melody.
That's so awesome. I love that. So
Mhm.
how I have shown love is I have been there for my clients. I have, read on their behalf, researched on their behalf, and called them on things and encouraged and supported. And also, stay coming here live every time I go live with you guys and talking about important things, being
Mm,
there for people, showing people alternative way of seeing the world, of being in the world, of enjoying the world, of being, with each other and connecting at a deeper level. And family meetings, making sure that we continuously have our family meetings with everybody, even though we're in different places, because that's how we keep our connection strong and deeper and fun. And talking to my girls, my mom and my two sisters, we spend hours on the phone, like hours on the phone. Thank God for WhatsApp, because I don't know how much money we would be spending on phone calls. But those conversations, uh, they transform, because we create things, that or we start something, or we grow so much because we are being honest and being there for each other. And sometimes we talk about things and we learn about things that we wouldn't otherwise learn, because we are not in the same space. And that's yeah, that's amazing. And talking to my little, nephews, my sisters, boys, and just, listening to them and having fun with them is so cool. It's like me giving time to them, makes me, I'm sharing love with them, but it also gives me a lot back. And usually when you give love, you kind of, it's like a selfish thing. You show it, but you really receive it yourself. So well done
mm-hmm.
to everybody. And in conclusion, I'll ask you guys to say something. But in conclusion, we just want to wish you a very loving space as we get to the end of the year. If you celebrate Christmas, that's amazing. If you don't, that's also amazing. And we want you to just be in your loving space. Start with yourself. If you don't practice self-love, start today. And love yourself and give yourself love, and then share that love with everybody, because that's what this life is all about anyway.
So teen. No, it's not. Not when you're doing it right. If
Yeah,
someone who's not happy makes you dinner, you can tell from the flavor. It's not. It's
yeah.
not even that. It like there's something in it that you feel there's something that shouldn't be there, or there's something that's missing.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, I want to
either
say to
way,
Olga. Sorry, Nelta, to cut you off. I want to say to Olga that she says she's afraid to show love. She shows love every time. She goes and she stands up for us as a family. She's always doing loving things. She just, maybe she doesn't realize those are loving things, but they are loving things. Every time I ask you to go and do something for me and you do it, that's loving. So you do loving
Exactly.
things. You just need to start
Exactly.
paying attention to all that. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so let's continue with love and care and light together in the next year, because yay, we are where we are and the world is rolling the way it is. We just have to accept this is where we are, but we can still love from a distance.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to be by time or space. Love can flow through all those spaces.
Yeah, and John, we're giving you the last word today.
Wow, that's a big one to close the ceremony. So, for me, I just
Mm.
wish each and every one of us who are watching and also the panelists a Merry Christmas and an advance Happy New Year. And I just want to remind people this 2021 has showed us a lot of things. And what I would like to remind you guys is like you can see it for yourselves that there is always a second chance. 2021 showed us that relationships might not work, relationships can work. Things might go the worst way, but things can return back to their best ways. COVID was there. Everybody thought that, you know what, the world is gone. We're gonna die. Things are not gonna get back to their normalcy. But the truth is, things are getting back to their normalcy, even though we call it a new normal. That is the normal part of life. So if you are somebody who was afraid to make something or to do something, 2022, may you get the courage to do it. You've been trying relationships, they're not working. 2022, put your leg in front, put your hand in it and try it. And this time, don't just try, but do it. You've been trying to look for a job and you're not getting it, and you're looking tired. It is time now to revamp your CV and get into 2022 with the courage. And now don't try looking for a job, go for that job. You've been trying to buy a car, you can't buy it, and you're saying that, you know what, it's not my thing. No, it is your thing. 2022, you got to buy it. So that's the message for me. 2021 taught us that things can go bad, but again, things can come back to their normalcy. Melody, I'm done.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
John. And Nana says the last comment. Aish, why you made me feel loved this is John Gora. You've met her feel loved. We have never met in person, but this John, that this time I wasn't online for some time, and John took his time and texted me to ask if I was okay. John, thank you so much. You're among those people who made me smile this year. This year, I have learned so much from you and am still learning. John, you know that. And to you both, thanks so much. I'm here to learn from you too. So we are so grateful, Nana, that you're here with us and for such a beautiful comment for John and for everybody else. We'll see you in the new year. We will let you know of the dates, but we love you, we appreciate you, and we hope you finish the year on a high with love and joy and peace. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
Yes. Excuse me. Oh, I was hoping I could stop. I could stop um, sneezing before I finished, but I couldn't stop. Sorry.